Well, that's
That was interesting. Interesting
Yeah.
two episodes.
Yep. And the last scene for that is actually the first time we actually get a post-credit scene for a first episode.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that's right.
And
Never had that before.
And if you don't know who they are the Department of Damage Control.
Okay. Yeah, no, I haven't seen them yet. So yeah.
Well, they have appeared in the Spider-Man series already.
Okay.
The first one, as well as the latest one where that same guy is in there. Like,
oh wait, maybe
in No Way Home, he was in that show as well.
I think I kind of like yeah.
Damage
Yep.
control.
Briefly. But yeah, now I remember.
Well, that guy was in No Way Home.
I remember that guy. Now I
Yep.
remember that guy.
Yep.
Yeah.
He was the one who said that Nick Fury was off-world.
Yeah.
So that's the link to the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yeah.
And apparently this is what they say required viewing before the Marvels movie.
EDC Special Agent P. His name is Special Agent P. That's all. One letter. Spider-Man No Way Home.
Yep.
Okay, that makes sense then.
The comics often saw Kamala Khan at odds with the government, and so I guess it makes sense for damage control to become a problem for Kamala.
Yeah, but they changed the origin story for Kamala Khan.
Yeah.
Because the origin before was that she was an inhuman. Meaning she was affected by some Terrigen gas or something. And now she gets it from a bracelet.
Yeah. I mean, technically it's her grandmother's bracelet, isn't it? So it sort of makes you wonder whether what her grandmother was up to. Like, yeah.
So effectively we cannot go up to comics for this one because it is different to the comic origins.
Yeah. Interesting.
But interesting to see it as a bracelet instead of her gaining the powers.
Yeah.
And Kamala Khan as well is like a really new character in the comics as well. But the character did really well in the Avengers game. She was practically the original, like the first player that you get to play in the Avengers game. It's kind of cool. Well, the game story was that she was an inhuman and she did get it after some event in sort of like an Adventure Con thing as well. So they haven't really read the comics, but I'm just going off what they played with the Avengers game, and it's a bit similar.
Yeah, it's MCU's first Pakistani American hero.
It is, yes.
And also Muslim American representation. So
well, they're trying to get all the things.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I mean, the cynical side of me is kind of like, yeah, they're just trying to prove that they are very diverse. But it's cool. It's cool.
Well, the Miss Marvel comics apparently are quite popular as to why as well. This is like the quickest comic to move TV show representation that we've seen.
Yeah, it's a
pretty recent, like as in if the comics are recent and then this is adapted straight away.
Yeah.
Short.
It's that popular apparently. It's not like the other ones where it's like 50 years old or like
like with Captain America, that is since World War II. Like
that's really old. Like
that's one of the very first Avengers, really.
Yep. And Miss Marvel, I believe, is like mid 2010s or something.
Yeah, relatively recent compared to.
Yeah, very recent. I don't even think 10 years. Maybe it is. Is it?
It's 10 years or even less.
Probably less.
Mhm.
Or it could be more.
Yeah.
I haven't really checked.
I
Yeah.
haven't read the comics, but yeah, it's interesting that they are introducing new characters all the time and new comics. So yeah, I wonder what other ones they'll adapt.
Well, they now have the
So
Egyptian
much.
ones as well, so
I mean, there's so much now like available, you know, if they just have a look at all the different anthologies. Yeah.
yeah. So we'll see where they go with it.
Hmm.
And now, since we're starting to watch it, we'll be anticipating
Hmm.
maybe Captain Marvel appearing at some point in the show.
Brie Larson.
I think that-
Probably to the end, because we know that they're
Very
going to come
likely.
together.
yeah. I think that makes sense because obviously the show is really kind of centered around her as well.
Yeah, like Captain Marvel, Miss Marvel. Such a fangirl of Captain Marvel that
Yeah.
eventually Captain Marvel and Miss Marvel are going to be in the same movie together.
Hmm.
Are they going to be in the same movie? Oh.
Yep,
I
the
think
Marvels. That's
she's
been
gonna-
confirmed.
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
That'll be the next Captain Marvel movie, I think, isn't it?
Which unfortunately has been delayed.
When is that meant to come out now? With
2023 at some point, I
Oh,
think.
yeah, it's been delayed. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been delayed. I think it swapped a date with
Yeah.
another movie.
I didn't think it was gonna come out this year. So yeah.
Mm.
I think that's the one that they swapped with Black Panther, I think.
Oh yeah, next Black Panther. Yeah.
So
Wakanda
I think the
Forever.
release date they swapped it with Wakanda Forever. Is that?
Mm.
Yeah, I think it was that one.
Yeah, that's true.
Because and Black Panther now is coming out this year,
Mhm.
like near the end of this year, but
Later this year, yeah.
Wakanda Forever.
Mm.
Next month now, getting really close. Love and Thunder.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
July coming soon.
Yeah.
Only a few weeks away.
Yeah,
Love and Thunder. Love and
right
Thunder.
after Doctor Strange digital.
Oh yeah,
comes out.
digital. That's a shame. Digital.
When
Yeah,
Doctor Strange goes on the digital.
right before it goes on digital.
Digital is 22nd. 22nd.
22nd of this month of digital.
Okay.
10 days. Yeah.
So I might watch it.
Oh, that's not too long. Yeah.
Yeah. Very good.
I haven't actually seen it yet, so because I didn't get to see it in the theaters. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Well allocated time for it. Yeah.
Yeah, not too long to go to watch it though.
Probably 25th Friday.
So yeah, we went and watched both episodes back to back, Star Wars and Miss
Yeah,
Marvel.
yeah. And interesting with
This one has tons of Easter eggs because
It-
of all the.
Oh, yeah.
It would, but as well, the origin story is different to the comics.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll point that out of how
I
different
think
it is.
I think everyone's pointed it out already.
Yeah.
See, well, but the hobby is adapted from the comics,
Of
so
course
there's
it is.
similarities. It's
I
just
love
that,
the fact, yeah, that she's such a
yeah, such a fangirl, right? Fanfic, yeah.
A bit similar to how Spider-Man did it, but his was video.
Fangirl, total fangirl.
Yep, of course. That's why she called herself Miss Marvel.
Although her YouTube channel doesn't have a lot of subscribers. What did she call
Yep.
his channel? I can't remember. Yeah, something.
I forgot. It was like right at the beginning.
Yeah, she had all these sketches.
Yeah, I loved all these
Who's the
sketches as
cat?
well. Really cute sketches.
But it does seem interesting how much the public knows about the events of the Avengers.
Yeah.
Like they went actually at the end game, so how do they know? Someone must have documented it.
Yeah. Well, Scott Lang's podcast.
Oh yeah, Scotland's
That's how
podcast.
they found out.
Thank you,
Hello.
Ash Man.
Tell all.
Like no one knew who Ant-Man is, and now everyone knows
Now
who
everyone
Ant-Man
knows.
is.
Lost his head. Yeah.
Because she's been listening to his, she's subscribed to his podcast, so she knows.
But then Ant-Man is the absolute troll, don't you notice? Because not only does he like appear everywhere now, like
There you go.
Oh yeah,
So, Ant-Man.
give me little me.
Why everybody knows about Endgame.
yeah, because of Scott Lang.
Scott Lang
But-
has been doing podcast interviews in which you are spilling the beans.
Yeah, he's a
Discussing-
good storyteller. And if you think about Hawkeye, how did Ant-Man become part of the Avengers in the first one?
Yeah, true. He wasn't even there.
He was, we explained
Was
it
he?
before, but he wasn't there as the team, like the
At the
first
Battle of
team.
New York.
Yeah, he wasn't part of the team. That's what I'm
But he
saying.
was part of the team that went back in time in the Battle of New
Oh.
York.
Not the original battle itself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When they time traveled back.
Yeah, when the time traveled back, he was part of it, but not.
Not the original.
Well,
the
that's why.
originals.
That's why it says here he must have kept the time travel element a secret, because in Far From Home, yeah,
Everyone thinks Captain America's dead now. Okay.
that,
Mm.
yeah,
So that one he hasn't revealed,
revealed,
about
yeah.
Steve going back in time.
yeah.
Yeah, so he was physically there, but in a different timeline.
Mm.
But still, that's an interesting thought. Like, because of his podcast, he like plants himself everywhere. So that's an absolute troll, and everyone would believe it because he is an Avenger himself now.
Yeah.
Smart.
This plaque, it's got all the
Yeah.
the comic book creators of Miss Marvel.
Yeah.
Willow Wilson. Now, interestingly, Willow Wilson, I think I know her. She's also a Muslim.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
so that's yeah,
Mm.
Muslim
Okay,
American
yeah, okay.
American Muslim comic book writer.
Mm,
But she incorporated that. In
yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh yeah, there
up.
she is. There
Yeah.
she is.
Yeah, get back up. I think I saw the year.
Huh?
2014.
Yeah, 2014.
is-
Less than 10
oh.
years. Yeah.
Oh,
8 years though.
that's
Yeah.
quite
Yes.
So
And-
8 years and already a TV show.
This is what I was talking about. Willow Wilson. No,
Mm.
she's G. Willow Wilson is co-creator of Miss Marvel.
So they have a teacher now named Mr. Wilson.
Right, yeah, Mr. Wilson.
What's their connection to Mulan? They like Mulan.
The scene includes an unexpected quote from Mulan, which Kamala herself comments on. I don't know.
Yeah, he recited lyrics from Mulan.
I guess that song is about finding yourself, all that stuff, right? Which is kind of like the theme of, in a way,
Mm.
she's trying to find herself.
That was like a theme song from Mulan, I think. Yeah.
Mirror as well, looking at yourself in the mirror. Oh, this mashup. Yes. The Captain Marvel mashup with Doctor Strange. Pretty cool.
Yeah, they mentioned the mashup.
Sorceress Supreme.
Oh, really? Interesting.
Instead of Sorcerer Supreme.
Oh, Shira. Interesting. Reminiscent of Shira. Oh, Marvel Zombie. She mentioned zombies.
Oh, yeah.
And a zombie
What if
From what it
picture in the background as well.
this one? Yeah.
Zombie.
That's hilarious, yeah.
Again, everyone likes zombies.
Yeah.
And considering that Marvel Zombies is now going to be its own TV show
Yeah.
Hmm.
due to popular requests from What If,
Yeah. Because
Like,
that was such a popular
wow.
episode. Lots of people loved it. Yeah.
but it's also kind of interesting how it says, I will eat your brains. And there's all
Oh,
I
yeah,
have
yeah.
superpowers.
I'll eat your brains, but I also have superpowers.
Because they knew how to use the powers even though they were zombies. Like what?
Yeah.
Zombies who
That's
have
interesting.
superpowers.
Superpowered zombies, which know how to use the powers. Interesting.
Yes, this rooftop is in front of a sign for Edison Electric. See, and apparently this was the base of Miss Marvel's first supervillain in the comics called the Inventor. So who knows? Who knows if he will appear? But it's not
Yeah.
expected to appear. Just a little bit of a
Bit of
teaser
a-
right there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Everyone does a superhero landing. They didn't comment on this one,
That's good.
but we know Deadpool comments on superhero landing.
Well, he mocked the idea of the landing.
Is it Ryan Reynolds? No.
Yes,
Oh,
Yeah,
but no, he wasn't in the episode. But this is
yeah, he
just,
wasn't.
uh,
It's just a spoof of the superhero landing
Yeah.
again.
She ends up, you know, getting
a
crashing,
graceful descent.
Yes.
having a tree branch fall on her instead.
Yeah,
Well,
the tree crashed on her instead.
So that was like a crash and burn.
tree branch, yeah.
Hmm.
Camp Lehigh
Yeah, the birthplace of Captain America
Yeah, I do
There you
recognize him.
and Hydra.
in Hydra.
Oh,
The
yes.
birthplace of Captain America, where Steve Rogers trained to prove himself. Also the birthplace of Hydra, modern version of Hydra.
And considering that they went to Camp Lehigh again in Endgame, that's an interesting nod.
Yeah, they keep going back to Lehigh.
Yeah, Camp Lehigh.
Mm.
Yep, and did you notice that they had the original Captain America theme song?
Yeah, the Star
Yeah.
Spangled Man, which accompanied
That's
Steve
the thing, yeah.
Rogers, which was back then when he
Yeah,
for the
it's
US.
music.
Yeah, as kind of a joke, but now we know he wasn't a joke.
Yeah.
Back when he was just like a poster child.
Hmm.
Yes.
Mm.
So Captain America would have shuddered had he walked into
Yeah.
Avenger Con to that
He
music.
hated having to do that, but
Mm.
it was to sell
Yeah.
war bonds, I think, and you know, just to
And yeah, we saw a lot of cosplays. It's practically like our Supernova or
Yeah, it's Comic Con,
E3
right?
reminds me of Oz
or
Comic Con.
Comic Con. Yeah.
Supernova coming up
That's still
next Saturday, by the way.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, yes, Supernova next week. Which unfortunately I won't be going. They do have like some cool cosplays, but
They
will
also
not be
have
wearing it.
a competition too every time.
Hmm.
Yeah.
They always have a cosplay competition.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
And they knew about Groot, Rocket, and everyone. Someone dressed as Drax.
Yeah.
I can do this all day. Captain America's ass. Like,
Captain America.
that is America's ass. Like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
one with the big butt.
There you go. There you go.
That was funny.
Hilarious sketch in which Steve Rogers shows off his backside while telling America you're welcome.
Yeah, that picture. But Steve Rogers actually did look at his own ass. Yeah, that is America's ass.
Mhm.
When he fought himself in it. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, the sacrifice.
The
Everyone.
sacrifice is finally honored. Yes, that's good. That's good. So at least he recognizes Natasha Romanoff's death as well.
Yeah, they did that in Far From Home as well.
Yeah, that's right. After the Iron Man murals of Far From Home and the Statue of Liberty. That's a memorial. Yeah.
Yep.
For Captain America. And look at the helmet, right? Yeah.
They could have bought that helmet, but they didn't.
Oh,
Oh, that man.
Merch.
the Ant-Man one. the merchandise.
They have multiple helmets.
Oh, you got one.
They got one of Star-Lord.
Right.
That's one of the Marvel ones I have. The other ones are not Marvel. I have Doom Guy, Halo. Yeah.
This costume, by the way, is a classic comic book look. For
Yeah, but it's so not realistic in the MCU. It's like it's when they talked about skimpy, that would be considered skimpy, yes. Like
yeah,
all-
it's a bit like, remember when in WandaVision?
Yeah.
When
Yeah, the
when
original WandaVision costume
the original one
from the
just
comic.
doesn't looks
Yeah.
really campy.
Yeah, but it's not MCU accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just competing.
Keep going.
Stretch powers. Stretch.
Oh yes.
Oh,
So
Yeah,
this is
that's a
what you
power
were,
that's in this thing.
yeah, this is what you were saying before. It has changed his powers.
so what's
No, she still has stretching powers in this one. It's
Oh,
still
okay,
less.
okay, okay.
what
I guess.
powers is it?
Oh, yeah. Because of the fact that Mr. Fantastic,
Yeah.
obviously has stretching powers.
Yeah.
But
So-
yeah, she also does.
So what's the current power she has? Stretch, is it?
Well, she can stretch. It looks like
She can stretch.
And she has some cosmic powers as well.
cosmic.
Oh, cosmic powers. Yeah. Interesting.
And we talk about this damage control.
But the origin story is definitely different.
The origin is different. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Yeah. Yeah. All this.
Yep. Considering since we're going at 3, so except Miss Marvel, let's get to the Star Wars one because we did Star Wars as well.
Well,
Yeah.
don't you want to talk about scores first?
Yes. Let's talk about scores for.
Yeah.
I thought we were gonna mash it up.
Well, how do we mesh it up? Well, you want to do this as one video instead of 2.
Yeah.
But how do you give scores for?
Score both of them at once.
Oh, score both of them at once.
At the end. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, it would be an interesting video because not a lot would be doing both of them at the same time.
Mm. Yeah.
Okay.
So let's be a bit unique. Do both.
Mm.
Let's get to Star Wars.
Yeah. So interesting to see the finally like a little bit more inside the Inquisitors, sort of the headquarters, because we
The
get to see
Fortress Inquisitors.
the Fortress Inquisitors,
Oh yeah.
getting to see what it's like inside. And yeah, I mean, a lot of the action basically took place primarily in there for the whole of the episode. So
Mm.
Yeah,
So
they found it like really cool for that.
Hmm.
Because it's not the first time I've seen it because I played Fallen Order.
It's the first live action debut, though.
Is it? Oh.
yeah,
It
like
is, yes.
first time like on film.
Yeah, but of course, obviously, it's been seen elsewhere, like in games and stuff.
In Star Wars Fallen Order, which is now brought to canon.
Mm.
Actually, and also Star Wars Rebels.
And Rebels. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's like looking at the sets now, it's like I want to see everywhere else. I want to play the game.
Yeah. Like seeing the tombs where Obi Wan kind of goes into.
Yeah, all of the frozen people.
All the frozen people. That was quite interesting. Like who all those characters are as well.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a list of people who found out who each of them are. I
Yeah.
think I recognized a few, especially the one that looked a bit like a interesting face that Obi Wan focused on it near the end.
Like I wonder if any of these characters have appeared before. They must have appeared before.
Some of them have in the
In other-
Clone Wars. I recognized
Like
one of them. I think I only recognized one of them. I don't know the rest.
Mm.
I forgot the name.
We should look that up. See if anyone's made a list.
Yeah, I'm sure someone has made a list. It's been a few days now.
So
Yeah.
what?
A list of the frozen.
Oh.
tombs.
In the tombs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So those that were captured.
Yeah,
but
all the Jedi, right? Here they are. Who were the Jedi in the tombs in episode 4? Just quickly go
I
through
don't know if
all
they
of
were
them.
all Jedi, but the ones that were against the Empire.
So one was called Terra
Considered-
Sanu. I have no
That
idea
one
who it
is definitely from Clone Wars.
It's from Clone Wars, yes. Elderly called Cien. Mentor to Ahsoka Tano.
Oh,
Yeah, I recognize them from the Clone Wars. The face is a bit like a dog.
Yeah, interesting. And then, what's that Mace Windu in one of the tombs? You see Mace Windu?
Well, there was a bald guy in there, but I didn't think it was
Couldn't quite
because
make it out. Yeah.
I don't think he looks exactly like.
So that would mean that his body was recovered following his death in.
but
Revenge
the
of the
hand
Sith.
is gone. In that one, in the picture, I think someone already looked at that. The hand was still there.
Yeah, it should be missing a hand.
It
if
should be
was
missing
not-
a hand.
I don't
struck
think.
off by Palpatine.
Yeah, someone looked at that one closer. I saw the YouTube video
Oh,
person looked at it closer. The hand that is supposed to be missing is present. So
Yeah, it must be a different Jedi then.
probably.
maybe they recovered the hand.
And put it back on.
Yeah.
Okay.
That seems a bit extra. To,
And considering that the Sam Jackson himself has been like trying to get back into Star Wars, I don't think that's one way to bring him back. Nah, not likely.
And yeah, Terra Sanu.
There's one that one looks like Quinlan Voss, but I don't think it is.
Huh?
Oh, yeah, that one.
Oh, this one.
Yeah, if it was Quinlan Voss, Obi Wan would have mentioned it.
Yeah, so one of the humanoids vaguely resembles Quinlan Voss, who was mentioned in a previous episode of Obi Wan. So you may be right. But this makes a good point though. Like, if it were truly Quinlan Voss or even Mace Windu, Obi Wan would have at least
would have more
reacted
yeah.
to it, right? Like, didn't seem like he cared at all.
Yeah, and the one that looks like Mace Windu was just in the background.
Yeah.
And then we just say it looked like, because the hand that is missing is still present.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of interesting how they had it, like the right hand was cut off, right? But in the picture, we can definitely see that there's a right hand there.
Yeah. No, I think it's a different Jedi.
It's a different Jedi.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think Obi-Wan seemed like he's better with the lightsaber this time around. I don't know. He seems more confident now.
Powers, I think.
Like when he was fighting all the troopers,
yeah,
and using his Jedi power to stop the glass from breaking.
Well, it's not the first time that has happened.
True, but what I'm saying is, in the last episode, he seemed not sure of himself.
Yeah, he was like
Because
scared.
rusty, yeah.
But effectively breaking the glass in the underwater base is also classic Fallen Order.
Right.
That happened again. So in essentially 5 years beforehand, that happened. And Darth Vader had to hold back the water himself. Then 5 years after that, because Fallen Order is 5 years after the fall, and Obi Wan is 10 years after. So it's happened twice in 10 years. Nice.
Yeah. What is it about the glass?
They're underwater. What else can they do?
Oh, the glass.
If there's a break, the water will come in.
Yeah.
So,
Interesting.
So yeah, the whole show was practically Fallen Order. But yeah, that's absolutely cool that we see that. And still no Grand Inquisitor.
Looks like Darth Vader is sort of waiting to see, whether Riva is worthy of that position, and testing the others as well, see who's good enough to be the next Grand Inquisitor.
Yeah, but we kind of already know that she won't be like the Grand Inquisitor, because the Grand Inquisitor that we know in Rebels is definitely still around somewhere.
Okay.
But I don't like this actor as a Grand Inquisitor. It doesn't carry the same weight as the one in Rebels. They could have used the actor who was in Rebels though.
The Rebels. Isn't Rebels animated though?
Yeah, but the guy in who actually voiced it looks quite a lot like the character. What was that guy's name? Apparently he was also in, what was it? A show that I haven't watched, Harry Potter. He was a character in the Harry Potter series.
Okay.
I'm just looking it up now, that guy. Who did he play in the Harry Potter show? He plays someone named Lucius Malfoy.
Oh, Malfoy. Oh, are you talking about
Jason Isaacs. Jason
Isaac?
Yeah, Jason Isaacs is the voice of the Inquisitor.
Oh, he's a good actor.
Yeah, Jason Isaacs. We've seen him in.
He was even in Star Trek. In Discovery. Yeah.
He's been in a lot of different movies. So.
Yeah, he voiced the Grand Inquisitor in Rebels.
Okay.
Rebels.
Oh, wow. Maybe it's too expensive to get.
Maybe, so they got some other guy who does not sound like him at all. It's like, his was intimidating when you watched the show.
Okay.
Like, you could feel the presence. Like, and then this new guy in the live action is like, meh. I felt nothing.
Maybe
I feel nothing.
Maybe he'll still come back as the actual one that ends up being appointed at the end.
Jason Isaac would come back.
Who knows?
Yeah. They're probably trying to set up Riva as the new Inquisitor.
That will not be canon. They cannot work that in canon.
Well, she can be Grand Inquisitor for a little bit.
Maybe as an interim Inquisitor, maybe.
Yeah.
But we'll see what happens, because if they do that, they'll break canon with Rebels.
Okay, interesting. Yeah.
Easter eggs. Oh, the Bacta tank.
This Bacta tank.
Yes.
I like how they paralleled that with Anakin.
That's right.
Yeah, the parallel was they could sense each other.
Yeah.
So
and also copies Luke Skywalker's Bacta tank in Empire Strikes Back as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it also copies the memory idea from
Mandalorian.
The Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah. Book of Boba Fett. Yeah.
So these healing chambers that they are using, or this healing tank.
It's like they could connect some sort, or like it reminds you of the past in some way.
Yes. Oh yeah, and this scene,
Like, my father is a senator. I'm a princess of Alderaan.
Yeah, that's right. And so I caught this too, right? Because this is episode 4.
It's so interesting.
Which is episode 4, A New Hope. So I don't know if it's coincidence.
This is like he gets interrogated the first time.
It's Star Wars. I don't think it's coincidence.
She knows how to handle an interrogation. Even at such a young age.
Both for episode 4 was interesting, huh?
Yeah, it like mirrors each other.
That's right. And yeah, I think there's other parallels too. You know, the fact that it felt like a jailbreak, which is what episode 4 was. They're trying to do a jailbreak.
Yep, one in space, one underwater.
Yeah.
That's right.
Uh,
Really funny
they mentioned no,
having that.
the
Yeah,
water
the
moon.
water moon, which is super close to Mustafar.
Mhm.
Yeah, the first direct mention on no.
Mm.
Yep.
Which
So
was
it's kind of
introduced.
interesting that we have a fire planet, Mustafar,
And then now
you're
we
a
have
water planet
water planet.
or water moon, which is like so close.
Mm. It's very interesting. Yeah.
The T-47. I think you mentioned this from the Hoff in the chat.
Yep.
Yeah. Hoff. Yeah. T-47s. Air speeders.
Oh, the snow speeders, yeah. Well,
Uh,
they
oh yeah. The
were-
modified versions are
Yeah.
known as snow speeders.
Yeah, but the T-47s has.
Mm.
Obi Wan kind of new.
Bownet. Oh, another one for Conroe's fans. Bownet. Not sure what it is.
One
Oh,
of the
planet, a
Star
planet.
Wars planets in the
First
Clone
appeared
Wars.
in Nomad droids.
Mm.
And then we got the Starfighter pilots and Purge troopers. Yeah, we saw these.
What a name, Inquisitorius.
Inquisitorius.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Fortress Inquisitorius.
Like Inquisitor is really a name already, like a long thing to say. And Fortress Inquisitorius. Okay.
Yeah, we got Purge troopers. We get Starfighter pilots.
Those troopers haven't appeared in much, but they have appeared in Fallen Order as well. That's why it's like so similar to Fallen Order.
Mm.
Also, I think it is part of the plan because they did reveal the trailer for Jedi Survivor the same day they released the first episode of Obi Wan Kenobi.
Okay. Oh yeah. Gadgets.
Oh yes. The
The
right
handheld communicators. Yeah.
indicators.
Comlinks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also seen in the New Hope.
And have you noticed that both times it was like left aside for a little while?
Mm.
Both times.
Yeah, C3PO like left it by mistake, forgot about it. And in this one, it was left on a table.
Mm.
So is it coincidence? Maybe not.
You know. Oh, this thing that they used to breathe underwater.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's back from episode 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
It's
pool.
the same one.
Oh yeah. So your name, Carl.
Cal Kestis.
Yes, yes.
Mhm.
Jono's Carl Kestis.
Yep, approach it underwater.
Swimming through event.
Swimming up through events.
Yeah. Okay. So
Yeah,
it's like,
That's why this whole thing is Fallen Order.
yeah.
I played the game.
There's
Right.
so much.
So this is what Jono said, right? C3PO
Yeah.
abandoned
Coming.
the coupling scene.
Yeah, not a coincidence.
Not a
That's
coincidence.
episode 4.
Yeah, they're really trying to tie into episode 4 A New Hope. Yeah. Stuck in a Death Star cache compactor, but the device is left on the desk.
Yeah.
Mm.
This is when they got trapped. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Luke and
Yeah.
Chewie and yeah.
Yeah, this one you probably would have missed if we didn't have subtitles.
What, the T-15?
Have you noticed that in every show, the stormtroopers are always talking about like guns,
Yeah.
like when they're not doing anything else?
Mhm.
Right.
It also happens in episode 4.
Oh,
Mm.
interesting.
Yeah, if you listen hard enough, they're like talking about weapons, like
Um,
new version of this gun or whatever.
Mm.
Watch episode 4 and this one; they're like so similar.
Oh, we talk about this. Yes. Yes. Terra Sanook is the one that for sure we know, but the rest we don't really know.
So,
Yeah. Possibly Miss Windu, but Han.
Hey,
Han.
Mm.
Star Wars Rebels moment.
that
What's this?
is Luminara.
Yes. Luminara unduly. So, if this implies that her body or the body might have been moved from the Fortress Inquisitorius to the Spire.
Mm.
It is possible, but we don't see Luminara in the episode.
I didn't see her. Yeah, among the tomb, like among the others in the tombs.
But we know that Luminara was captured and killed at some point because they do have the body of
Mm-mm.
Luminara, which they did use to capture the Rebels crew.
Oh yes, the torture chamber again. This is so reminiscent.
Or near torture.
Yeah, torture. Oh, yeah. Not quite torture.
You can't
Oh.
really. It's Disney. They can't torture a child.
Yeah, I was like, are they really going to go through with that? Nah.
No.
Yeah, they wouldn't have done that. Disney wouldn't have signed up on that.
Oh yeah, this is what I said, right? He's better now. Lightsaber form prowess returns.
yeah. So,
The rust is slowly starting to shake loose.
Yeah.
Because I think now he has a mission. He wanted to save Leia.
Mm. He's definitely more focused, and he's got his strength back, and his force kind of.
Maybe it's more clear now. Like his mind is clearer.
I think you need your mind to be focused for it to work. Like
Yeah, but it's still not the same Obi Wan Kenobi that we know in episode 4 yet.
Maybe not. But I reckon by. Do you think that there will be a rematch again? Him and Darth Vader.
Well, I think
I
there has to be.
I think so because the first one was
Definitely think so.
obviously not the, it's not his best.
yeah.
Yeah, because
It's been
Obi Wan
effort.
has to become the teacher again.
Mm. Definitely.
That way, the line still makes sense in A New Hope.
What line?
The last time we met, I was the learner. Now I am the master.
Oh,
I was but a learner, but now I am the master. The last time we met.
and then he
That's how
killed
it
him.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So unless he becomes a master again and Darth Vader becomes a learner again,
Mm-hmm.
that would make sense.
Yeah. Okay. So he has to win again.
At some point, yes.
yeah,
Well, we only have 2 episodes left.
we'll see what
2
happens
episodes
in
left,
the
yeah.
next episode. Yeah,
So,
it'll be interesting to see a rematch between them.
Fortress Inquisitorius droids. Yeah, we saw all the droids.
Yep, all the droids again.
Mhm.
Mouse
Jeez.
droid again got like completely scared and ran off.
they never fare well.
Yeah, the poor mouse droid does not fare well. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, he got shot this time. In episode 4, he was screamed at and ran off by Chewie.
oh yeah, we saw these two, right? Wade and Sully. One of them got killed, right?
So
Yeah,
Wade was
Sully
still-
did. The
Oh.
Wade did, yeah, Wade did.
Oh, Wade got killed. Oh yeah, they are part of the Rebel Alliance, so we can see seeds of it happening already.
Yeah, just with the helmet and the goggles.
Yeah, so at this moment, it's
similar
still
to that
maybe
design.
just a few people, but it's growing slowly into a fully fledged resistance.
Yeah, so it is only 10 years after the fall.
Yeah. So in 9 more years, it'll be, fully fledged.
Yeah.
But we'll probably still see them around again when Andor comes.
Yeah, we'll see more of that development, I think, in Andor.
Now Darth Vader is choking people again.
That's a
course
typical Darth
he
Vader
is.
move.
Well, he's trying to choke Reva, but then didn't
Oh.
realize that Reva planted a tracker.
Yeah, which is poor Lola. The droid.
The
Oh,
droid
the
is
droid, yes.
compromised now. She's got a tracking device sort of implanted into her.
Yeah,
By Reva.
before it was blue, now it's red.
Hmm.
What a change. Like, I guess again, blue and then red.
Hmm.
Here's
Blue
what
is
I
good,
was.
red is bad.
This is what I was saying just now, right? So episode 4
Yeah, A New Hope.
is basically
It's
a New
like
Hope's Death Star rescue. It's a jailbreak.
Yeah, we mentioned it again and again. It is.
And they were trying in both cases they were trying to rescue Princess Leia.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And she's under interrogation and torture. Well, near torture.
Yeah, because I can't actually torture a kid
Yeah.
on TV.
That's why in A New Hope, Leia knows to reach out to Obi Wan to rescue her again. Yeah. He's done it before. They've gone through this before on this fortress.
Or should we say, because this happens first, A New Hope is doing it. Copying
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
Instead of the
Like,
other way around.
okay, Leia's under interrogation again.
In timeline
Yeah.
wise, that makes sense, but in screening wise, no, it does not.
Yes. Anyway, yeah. So are we expecting episode 5 to copy Empire Strikes Back then? And then episode 6 to copy
Might have hints of it.
Return of the Jedi?
Not likely.
We'll see what happens. They might include some references, but probably, yeah. I don't think it'll be as obvious as this one. Like this episode, I feel like they really made a deliberate decision to parallel A New Hope.
Yeah. And I did also notice, like, in the previous episode, a lot of people online have been like asking who Obi Wan's brother is.
His brother.
I found that like really interesting. So people had a lot of theories, but the actual story was when Star Wars was still being made. Owen Lars was meant to be Obi Wan's brother.
Yeah.
Well, the Jedi mentions he has a.
I thought it was gonna be Uncle Owen.
Yeah, it was originally when George Lucas was creating Star Wars. Owen Lars was secretly the brother.
It's never been named in Star Wars canon, but
it hasn't. No,
the original plan was for him to be Owen.
Yeah, way back when
George Lucas was developing the story for Return of the Jedi, so he planned to reveal that Owen was the brother of Obi Wan.
But then that was ultimately scrapped.
Yeah, I don't know why they didn't go through with that. But anyway.
Yep. So now it does seem like Obi-Wan may have a brother, unless they want to go back to George Lucas's plan that it actually is Obi-Wan.
It's possible they might go and do that. Who knows?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
But there are also a lot of theories of how it could be someone else. But the original George Lucas one was the Owen Lars story, but then he scrapped it.
Yeah.
But that's the problem with George Lucas when he was making Star Wars before. He didn't really think of canon, so he just changed his mind at certain points.
He just made up as he went along. Right? He never expected that Star Wars would be so successful.
Would
that
be
he
such a
had to-
big thing, and then there
Yeah.
would be canon and all this. Yeah.
Yeah. He probably didn't think, he had to think of those things, because
Nah.
But then he thought about it a bit more for episodes 1 to 3. When he was creating 4, 5, and 6, he didn't really have much of a plan.
yeah.
Mm.
But it's
Well.
interesting how it went.
Mm. But now, like, this universe has expanded so much.
So maybe now they could reveal that Owen lost his brother,
Mm.
especially if they dared to kill him off so early on, like they did in episode 4. Because that was she
Yeah.
only appeared for a really short time in episode 4,
Mm.
and then he was killed off
Mm.
because that was Luke Skywalker's family on Tatooine.
Mm.
Some people reckon that the Bacta tank obsession is overused. It's overused.
Other time, okay.
Maybe.
Yeah, we've seen it so many times. Like,
Yeah, but at least this time we have a parallel between Darth Vader and Obi Wan.
Mm.
yeah.
It's true.
It's kind of like, whenever a character gets injured, just put them in the Bacta tank. Yeah, that's all you need to do, right? It's like a very convenient way of healing healing your
Well, I
character.
think a lot of shows have a similar idea.
Yeah.
It's not just Star Wars.
That's true. But
The one that I could think about quickly would probably be like Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. They just eat a bean called a sensu bean, and they just absolutely fine after that. No matter how much damage they get,
yeah,
eating the bean will just completely heal them,
Mm.
which is an absolute funny meme
Yeah.
and a bit of a joke. But
Mm.
yeah, a lot of shows would have a something of some sort that will
Something
heal
similar.
them as much as possible. Being compared to like DC's Flash series, super healing. So they just wait a while, they break a bone, they could heal really quickly. Okay.
yeah, or put them into a Lazarus pit, and then they'll be able to revive dead people.
Which is DC as well.
Yes, that's a DC thing.
Yeah, so every show and movie has some sort of MacGuffin that could heal.
The problem is if you keep using it, right, which is what seems to be happening more and more with, Book of Boba Fett and now Obi Wan. I mean, because Obi Wan did, his injuries were pretty severe,
Yeah.
and
But
then
he also got out too early.
Mm.
He didn't finish the
Yes.
He didn't
Bacta.
fully
Yeah.
heal.
but
Yeah.
he looks like he was fine.
He's probably hiding the pain because, as that girl said,
And he was fighting even better than he was last episode.
After injury.
Yeah, so he has healed to some extent, like good enough to fight.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
Mm.
not totally healed.
yeah, not totally healed.
It's true.
Mm.
Mm.
I mean, Darth Vader himself.
Hey, Bill.
Hey, Bill.
No.
Yeah, Darth Vader himself still has to go into the Bacta tank every now and then. So
Oh,
Yeah,
they go
that-
back into the tank.
Yeah, he always has to.
Oh, okay. It's like rehab or something.
I think he
But,
needs
you
that
know,
more constantly because his burns were more severe than Obi-Wan's.
Obi-Wan in the Bacta thing, he was being basically treated for third-degree burns.
Yes.
Now he is in there for like half an hour. He
And that's
jumps
it.
out,
Yeah.
and
We don't know
Yes,
how
I-
long he was in the Bacta tank. They probably sped
Okay,
it up.
yeah, but
sped it up.
It was said that he wasn't in there long enough, or he wasn't fully restored. So, but his only injuries were burns.
Yeah, he wasn't fully restored.
Yeah.
But
Speedy
looking at
recovery.
him,
Maybe
looking
because he's
at
got
him,
Jedi healing power too.
Okay. Yeah,
Could be that.
okay. Self-healing.
Self-heal.
Well, some Jedi could like self-heal, but not all of them. They all have like different force abilities as well.
Mm.
So,
Well,
Yeah.
actually, this is an interesting one.
all right. What is it?
10 things we like to see by the show's end. One is Riva's backstory. Because we don't know much.
Oh, yeah.
She
Then-
mentions it every now and then when she's interrogating people. But it's still a little bit.
Yeah, just hints. Yeah.
Her background.
Yeah, that she also had a droid,
And
all
also the
that.
fact that she's one of the younglings who appeared in the Order 66 flashback. I mean, it's a
Oh.
tease,
The younglings. Yeah.
which maybe
Which
yeah.
means that one of the younglings in the
It's like
frozen chamber is one of her friends.
frozen
Ooh,
chamber.
That's
Mm.
true. Yeah. We would like to see Uncle Owen accept Obi Wan. Maybe as the brother.
The drive.
Maybe.
Grand Inquisitor. Ooh, maybe he
Yeah.
will return as Jason Isaacs.
It's-
Yeah, if Jason Isaacs comes on, it'd be like, yeah.
it's nice.
I think as Jono says, to avoid breaking canon, we need to see him return by the show's end. So he has to return.
Yep.
Yeah, the question is who is he gonna be played by?
Yeah, because this Grand Inquisitor has none of the
The weight.
weight
Or the
of the Grand
gravitas. The
Inquisitor
gravitas.
of Rebels.
Hmm.
This guy is just completely dull.
It's a pale imitation. Huh?
Yeah,
Hmm.
practically.
Obi-Wan senses Leia's potential. Okay. Yes.
Reaver already sensed it.
Obi-Wan never trains Leia though. That's the thing.
I know, but she's already powerful enough to prevent herself from being.
She has enough of her own power to.
To resist.
Yeah.
Yeah, she possesses insight into others. The Force maybe amplified.
It sort of parallels like when Rey was being interrogated by Kylo Ren,
That's
Hmm.
true. Yeah.
her ability to resist was also there.
Yeah.
Quinlan Voss may appear.
Okay.
Well, not that she may, but things we'd like to see.
I mean, it
Well,
would
they
great
named him
if
out,
could.
so yep.
Well, I mean, he is mentioned. He's
He's
mentioned.
mentioned. He left his
So-
mark in that safe house.
And who knows? The Emperor may intervene. Palpatine.
Yeah, we haven't seen Palpatine make an
Hmm.
appearance yet.
So he may come back. Maybe the same actor. Oh no, wait. The actor's dead, right?
But he's still
Is he
around.
dead?
No,
Is he around?
he's still around.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is before episode 4. So
Yeah,
he'd still
for
be
sure he's
around.
around. He's at the Senate probably.
No, I'm talking about the actor who plays the Emperor.
Oh,
Oh yeah, he
I
was
don't
at
know.
Star Wars Celebration. Of course he is.
What's it called? Ian
Ian McDiarmid.
Okay.
Oh
Okay.
yeah. He's still alive.
Okay, so the original actor is still alive. That's
Yeah,
good.
he was
good.
practically like last week at Star Wars Celebration.
Oh, okay, then that's good. Then he could have.
I mean, not
Oh,
last
he's-
week, like a few weeks
A
back.
few weeks
when-
ago. Yeah.
A
Then he
few
could
weeks
have.
ago, he was at Star Wars Celebration.
Okay, then it's possible he'll make an appearance here.
Possibly, yes.
He's filmed a few scenes. Yeah.
And perhaps more
He-
Fallen
yeah.
Order connections.
He didn't mention anything about being in Obi Wan Kenobi, but he was at Star Wars Celebration,
Yeah.
so it is possible.
Yeah.
Fallen Order, which you mentioned the times.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fortress Inquisitorius. Maybe more references. And finally, Obi Wan embracing his destiny.
Say hello to Nala.
Obi Wan tries to turn Anakin, but obviously fails.
Yep.
Qui-Gon Jinn, ooh, will this happen?
Oh yeah.
Ooh, everyone wants that to happen.
Still waiting.
Will Liam Neeson come back?
Oh, we hope that he finally gets to speak to Qui-Gon.
He has tried to connect, but he hasn't managed to.
Yeah.
Yep.
I
Say
think
hello
that-
to
Still,
little,
because
That
little
might
cat
be-
number.
what allows him to move forward.
Yeah,
Cat is-
maybe we'll
Cat-
see it in the last
yes.
episode 6. Yeah.
Yep. Cat is saying hi.
Oh, hello.
It's a cat.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, we can make it. Yeah.
I think we can get to our scores now.
Yeah.
That's in Chatswood, isn't it, Jonathan?
Yep.
It's
So
really
we can
Chatswood.
do a double episode score. Yeah.
Double episode score. Yep. Who wants to go first? Jeff, maybe.
All right, all right. I'm gonna give Miss Marvel an 8. You know. Yeah, it's good. It's just a good how the character is kind of new and develops from being a fan of Captain Marvel. Interesting power too, Stretch. Yeah, never seen that one before.
We have, but not
Okay.
from Cosmic Vanity.
Oh, okay, that's true.
As we said, it was a bit too similar to Mr. Fantastic.
Oh, Miss, I haven't seen one. Okay. And Obi Wan, I'll give an 8 as well. Yeah, just like how they able to save Leia, I guess. And yeah, Obi Wan's recovering and fighting again and stuff. Good to see Rain as Rexa. Yeah, and hopefully see more of a story. And yeah, looking forward to the next one. So.
Bill, Steph, maybe.
All right, Stefan.
Yeah, so I think with Star Wars, I like this episode, 7.5 for me.
Okay.
I like that, the setting being the fort in Inquisitorius, and then also just the action in that, seeing Obi-Wan kind of recover his force strength again, and fighting off the stormtroopers. Yeah, and I like the little sort of nods to A New Hope.
Oh yes.
Yeah. So that was pretty cool. Yeah, and getting to see Leia interrogated for the first time. Now we see how she's like, how similar that is with A New Hope.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, yeah, overall pretty good episode. Yeah, looking forward to seeing what happens in the next one. Now that they've, escaped again, but they've got a tracking device. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, I guess I would have liked to have seen a bit more of Darth Vader in this episode. Only appeared towards the end, but yeah, that's fine. I guess we'll see more of him in the next episode, the next couple of episodes. Yeah.
Cool.
For Miss Marvel, I guess about 7. I quite liked this episode as well. It was more for fun kind of episode, not too serious. And I like the graphic, the way that they kind of used, like, it's a different, I guess, filming style. Even when they're like texting each other, it sort of appears in the street scenes. So that was some interesting graphics, and then the doodling, her sketches as well. and then a lot of Easter eggs, sort of connecting it to the other Marvel movies. So yeah,
That's true.
yeah. So it's a good sort of setup intro episode, but yeah, hoping to see more action in the next one, maybe.
Nice.
Yeah. Because so far there isn't really like I guess an antagonist at this point. She's just kind of discovering her powers. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see who she would have, to fight against, because that's not introduced in this episode. So yeah, interesting to see where it will go.
Cool.
Yeah,
Bill?
okay. With Star Wars,
Yeah.
I'd probably give it a 7. The episode being mainly in the fortress was pretty good, and and getting into the fortress that was quite interesting, but also the twisting of Leia, trying to convince Leia that she was in trouble, that kind of stuff. But Leia kind of think through that. Also, what Obi Wan, is just got his powers back pretty quickly, and able to basically save the day. But it was an overall a good episode. Yeah, so we saw the 7. And for Miss Marvel, I'll probably give that an 8 because I really enjoyed it. And now, did you guys notice when she was trying her costume on for the very first time, how she got the scarf out of the cupboard and was putting it around her waist?
Mm.
Yeah. Now, that's goes back because she is from a traditional Muslim, Pakistani Muslim
Yeah.
family,
Yeah.
where most of the time, the traditional wear is usually down to the knee. So that was probably the first time that was she was out in public with such revealing clothing. And when she got the the grandmother also like to be I don't know if she was a superhero or just like doodled with the superheroes, but there's some connection with the grandmother because
We just
some connection. Yeah. And the graphics at the Comic-Con thing was good. Where and I enjoyed that pretty well. Yeah, so yeah. That's my take on it.
Oh, 8.
Oh, cool.
Oh yeah, okay. For me, all right. So Obi-Wan first. Obi-Wan, yeah, pretty good one. I like the the parallel between this
Yes.
one and A New Hope, episode 4, A New Hope. Uh, yeah, it's just nice to see Obi-Wan slowly recovering and becoming the Jedi Master
That he was. That
that
he is.
he was. Yeah.
Mm.
So, but yeah, just hopefully we'll be able to see a rematch. Yeah, that's why I want to
Yes.
see
Yeah,
a rematch
Anakin, yes.
looking forward to that one.
with Anakin.
I'd
So
like to see them again. Yeah, do battle.
yeah, that's right. Yeah, I guess yeah, for me maybe it's a solid 7 for this one.
Okay.
And for Miss Marvel, yeah, it's a good first episode. I think Kamala Khan is quite likable. And this she's just like a true fan of everything Marvel. It's like a love letter to the MCU.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
very much a fangirl. Yeah.
Yeah, Fedgo. And yeah, I guess well, I guess the other thing about this is it's different, right? Like because of the fact that she's Pakistani American Muslim, so a lot of the humor also comes from the fact that uh the sort of the culture that she's in.
Yeah.
But I guess I think at its heart it is actually also just a coming of age sort of story about
Yeah.
her finding her place,
Mm.
discovering how to be a hero. So yeah, I think it's a good debut. So I'll give it an 8 as well for this first episode.
Cool.
Cool. So now I'm gonna do it. Yep, was the Star Wars. I actually like this episode, but I did find it's a bit slow. And yes, you could say the too much of an echo of episode 4 and episode 4.
Yeah.
Is definitely no mistake. But then I do think it's a bit of a cop out, but I take it. It's fine. But it loses points in my book for that. But overall, it was an okay episode. Stuff didn't progress as much as the previous episodes, so I'm a bit hesitant to give it a high score this time around. But yeah, it's too much of a mashup of episode 4 and Fallen Order, which I have played the game, and it paralleled everything. The scene and also the Watto breaking through. That happened in Fallen Order. And being chased by Inquisitors and Darth Vader.
Yeah.
I give the episode a 5. It's solid.
Yep.
It's solid 5. A bit dull at times, but yeah. It's an okay episode with not too much in the way of advancing the story too far, like the previous episodes. In the previous episodes, it moved quite quickly, and then you could sense it. This time,
it doesn't quite move the story forward.
it does move the story forward, but not as much as the previous ones because they were stuck on Fortress Inquisitorius for a bit too long. But I guess it doesn't help when the episode is 35 minutes compared to the previous episodes. Shorter episode. So hopefully the next episodes are going to be longer. And it seems to be a thing with these Disney shows that there's always like one that seems to be a bit shorter than everything else.
Fine.
Like we had a short one for Loki as well.
Yeah. I think that was also an episode 4.
Yeah.
And we also had a shorter Boba Fett episode at one point as well. Like, it seems to be a thing. Like, what's
Yeah.
going on?
Yeah, it's funny.
But overall, yeah, it's a 5.
Hmm.
So going to the Miss Marvel show. This one I actually did enjoy. They did change the origin story of Miss Marvel, but I didn't really mind that too much because I didn't really follow too much of the comics, so this would be something different to the comic origins. So things could be different or changed. Interestingly, Bill did mention the scarf, which is actually in the game, that goes around the waist. That's
Okay.
actually part of the costume. So
So that's a reference then to the game.
so if you see this one here, this is actually the scarf going out the back. So that could actually happen when they do the costume for Miss Marvel. But this is how she looked, Kamala Khan, in the Avengers game. It came out last year now. And it's actually kind of comical now that they did this for the game. They have a new skin for the character of Miss Marvel in the game, and they added the bracelet, which is not part of the original costume. It's seen here. Actually, there is now. Yeah. But the origin is still a bit different. But kind of interesting how they're going about it.
Yeah.
Overall, the episode showed quite a lot of the sides of like this new character, parents being a bit controlling. I think it's more of that street level sort of thing, or like a family environment, which actually changes the mood of the show a bit.
Yeah, it's kind of like Spider-Man in that sense.
Yeah, like the parents, like what? And yeah, I get that she's a fangirl and stuff. Like she started off as a fangirl. But I'm so interested on where it's going because we know that Miss Marvel is going to be a bigger part of the MCU coming soon. And apparently it is, again, it's a bit like how they did WandaVision, how it's sort of like a similar have to watch this show before watching the new one. It seems to be like Marvel wants you to watch absolutely everything.
Yeah.
I
think that's the idea behind that.
Which may or may not be a good thing because I know Marcus will say one thing about the whole
But no, hang on.
continuity thing being
Moon Knight was more standalone though.
Yeah, it was more standalone, but
The only
I know Marcus has a thing against the full continuity thing, but we have to watch absolutely everything.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, so before watching the Marvels, the Captain Marvel 2 movie, we have to watch Miss Marvel.
Yeah.
Before we watched Multiverse of Madness, if you want to understand more of Wanda's character, you have to watch WandaVision.
And Loki.
And
Loki.
To understand variants and yeah.
And even before watching the new Captain America movie, you want to watch Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
So that's continuity gone haywire. I mean, it's cool that they're doing it, but it's a bit tough to follow if you're like a newcomer into the show.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, it is hard when you haven't been there from the beginning and watched the very first movies and everything.
Yep, and unlike DC, which completely just gave up.
Yeah.
Their continuity is absolute a mess already, even though they had no proper plan.
Yeah.
Having said that, the Flashpoint movie may be trying something. Anyway, we'll see.
We'll see, because Flashpoint is it's a spoof to Marvel. They keep spoofing each other in some way.
Mm.
Mm.
Like the book Flashpoint by Flash Thompson. Thank you, Marvel. Well, overall, solid episode. I do like the story. I do find it comical at some points, like the whole
There's quite a lot of humor.
yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of humor, like especially right at the start, crashing the car right into that guy's.
Driving instructors.
They went nowhere, and the parents were just going at him saying, like, did he not look left to right enough? Yeah, he shouldn't be driving. And the whole tree falling on top of her instead of a superhero landing.
Yeah.
Super funny. Overall, I give this a solid 7.5 out of 10.
All right.
Mm.
Actually, for yeah, IGN is about an 8 for
Okay.
Miss Marvel, but for Obi Wan, I think it more agrees with Jono's score, because
Okay.
I think it's got the same concerns about how it's not like an
It's too much.
echo of A New Hope, and
Yeah.
also how that's it's sort of like slowing down the storyline a little bit.
Yeah,
Interestingly,
like
the I was looking at the Rotten
Oh, wow.
Tomatoes score,
That's quite high.
52% for audience.
Oh, that's a lot.
Yeah, it's interesting. Like there's some theories about why it's so low, but I don't know.
That's quite.
one of them would be about Reva's character. There's been a bit of controversy around her
Yes,
currently,
there's a little bit of controversy to
and
do with racism stuff. Yeah.
and as well, there are people against the Grand Inquisitor as well,
Mm,
including me.
right.
Also, people just didn't like the character, or what? What was the controversy?
I
For
don't
Reva,
know.
there was some like controversy around her, and I think it was like tweets or something about her.
Oh,
Racist. No, there were some racist
Racist.
attacks as well. Yes.
okay.
Like the actress, what's her name? Moses Ingram or something. Yes.
Yep.
Really?
But yeah, some people say that the sets look a bit cheap, and there's a lot of fan
Fan
service.
service, of course, there
Of
is.
course, of course. Interesting. I don't know.
But
It's been-
interestingly, in one case, we have the whole one hand for the Mandalorian actress compared to this one. One was completely fired, one was not.
Which one?
Gina
Oh.
Carano.
Oh,
Oh yes.
yeah.
Oh, she said something. Hey.
Yeah, which is also controversial.
okay.
But this one didn't. It wasn't her who's said something. Right?
I don't
It's more
think
the
He was the one. who
some
posted.
fans didn't like her or something.
I think it was more that the fans were tweeting criticisms or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Some racist attacks. Yes.
Yeah.
But I think we should delude into all of this because it's far from what we know.
Yeah, I haven't read anything. So yeah.
Yep.
Um.
But I totally agree with the people who are against the Grand Inquisitor. That is not the Grand Inquisitor that we know from Rebels. Like one being super overbearing, super super solid compared to the dull guy. You don't get any feel from him. Like you don't get the creeps or you don't feel the gravitas of the character. So yep, not the Grand Inquisitor, just kill him off. Get the proper guy.
All right, I think we are
I think that's.
done.
I think yeah, everyone's giving their scores.
Yes.
Yep, that's it, I guess.